Jumbo, welcome to Harambe.
There's no dead elephants here.
Absolutely none whatsoever. We're just heading to the Kilimanjaro Safari.
Whatever it's called.
Are you prepared for the ride?
Oh, yeah, nice. Africa track. I know it's on your sleeves anyway.
Yes, and every once in a while our tours don't book, and that's the case for mine and Stephanie's tour today.
Oh.
So instead of doing the whole tour or sitting around doing nothing, we find a family and we take them on just a private tour on the truck. So it's like a mini version. You don't do the rope bridges and all of that, but we still will get to go see the animals, and if you have any questions about the animals, we can answer those. It's great because it's, especially if you guys are wanting to relax today and enjoy and take everything in.
You don't mind being on our vlog? Then fine.
Yeah, I'll be in the vlog. Not my first time.
Okay. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm taking your time now. I feel like I'm on a...
No.
That's smoke coming from, isn't it?
Okay, so slightly random. We were heading towards Mount Kilimanjaro Safari thing over there when we got stopped by a couple of cast members who asked us if we were interested in going on a slightly longer trek with them. Turns out they do the Wild Africa trek, one of the tours that goes around, one of the premium tours that goes around Kilimanjaro Safaris. They show all the animals, they go like climbing through the trees and stuff. Anyway, basically today they don't have a tour for them to do, so to kill time, they they asked us if we wanted to go with them on a brief journey around with them. So we're going on a trek with them, which is fantastic. So here we go.
We're going to that truck right there.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, this is like one of the things, because I like before my healthcare I deteriorated quickly. It was. Is this one where you do the walkabout as well?
There is a walking portion.
I was going to say that was one that we were kind of thinking of doing.
But we also have a night one that doesn't involve any walking.
Oh yeah, and then that's the one that goes to the lodge, isn't it?
We have our own Roma platform at that tour. So there's my mama that is at the lodge, and they tour the lodge in a Jeep. And then we have our Save for the Savannah, where you do pretty much just you come up to meet the truck, and then you spend an hour with African wines and beers up on our Roma platform.
Yeah, because that's new, isn't it?
Yep, it's just over a year old now.
Oh, you had me at wines and beers.
Hi there, how are you?
Watch your head and step.
Thank you.
Find a seat, any seat.
Oh my goodness. This is like crazy time. This is cool.
That'd be a good start. We have some binoculars for you guys.
Just keep that strap around your neck if you're going to use it while the truck is in motion.
That'd be funny.
They're all trying to figure out like who are those people? Like, how do I know them? They look familiar.
And RandJVs cats. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I've said, but catch them because they're coming your way.
My friend just went to the Tour de France, and she said the first like 30 minutes before the racers get there is all the sponsors, and they are just like throwing. And she's like, we had a whole dining room table full of stuff.
Just t-shirt cannons.
T-shirts, hats,
yes.
a sausage sponsor was throwing out sausages.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I'm like, only in France would this be happening. Of course, at the Halloween party, you get the candy guys, so I got candy.
Oh, we got
Well, we felt they were a bit stingy this year, though.
apart from the
Yeah, but they have
apart
but they have better candy in the bins.
We were dressed as Swedish Chef and Fozzie this year.
Nice.
And we went up to one. There was one last in the jungle cruise, and she said, "Swedish Chef and Fozzie." She gave us one bit of candy, and then she just went into both our bags, and we're like, "Okay,
I like it."
Can we come back to you?"
So there's our okapi, and that is one of our ladies. You can tell by looking at their head. The males will have ossicones, which are like little horn-like projections on their forehead. The females do not. Pretty excited to see.
Oh, just wanted to know, do you have names for them?
Yes. Except for like the wildebeest, they're numbers.
Oh, right,
Is
okay.
that because there's so many of them, or just because?
There's wildebeest and most of the springbok. If you look closely, it looks like their ears are pierced.
Oh, yeah.
And then actually each spot where it's pierced is a number, and that's their
Okay.
identification number. So you do with cows and sheep. And,
So would you be able to know their names just by
depends on the animal.
on the actual who it is?
The kudu's definitely not.
Oh, look, a rhino. There's a black rhino in the back there.
Oh yeah, all the way in the back up against the wall.
Where are we?
He's behind a tree now.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
helpful.
yeah, was there.
He's very good at that.
Left.
And our other one is up against the wall. He'll be facing us right here.
Perfect.
Oh, there he
Is it bad that I catch you soon? Oh, there.
I
He's
call them
mud-coloured.
giant rocks with
Oh,
horns.
there's the.
I'm going to call it Steve.
It's badger.
Bomani and onyx are our three.
Badru, Wamani, and Ane.
Badru, Bomani, so
Bamani, okay. Alright.
and onyx. Onyx is our female, and then Badru and Bo are the boys.
They're going to have our bongo on this side coming up as well. And there's some little baby. Well, they're not little anymore.
Look at them.
They're getting big.
Down here.
There's our big
Oh, hey.
dad. So the little ones, of course, have the littler horns. Yes, just like you. Aren't I cute?
Those ears,
Look,
though,
I know,
right?
it's all about the ears. These guys are called the ghosts of the forest because at sunset, the first color you lose is red. So you kind of disappear. Yeah. So it helps with the predators. Of course, the stripes help with camouflage as well.
That's an interesting factoid.
We have all sorts of fun crazy.
Oh, actually, another quick question.
Yep.
The sunset that's been put in, is that just been put in for the nighttime thing, or has that always been there and we've just never seen it?
It's only been there for about 2 years now.
Is that what? Okay.
So it didn't come last year, so.
It's because we didn't come last year, so yeah, probably it wasn't it.
Yeah, we were going around just as it was just as the sun was actually setting, and we're like, wow, look at that sunset.
And then we
after a while,
realised
like,
it's a string.
oh, it's that's really good. Well done.
They've done a lot better because they can adjust it, which they need to adjust it. Originally, it was a lot of oranges and yellows, and it looked like a wildfire. Now they put like purples and things into it. It looks a lot better.
It looked incredible.
That is a pelican. That's on the wrong side. And then on this log, there are 2 hippos, and there'll be more on your side as well. This is Hans and Henry. They're actually father and son. So it's pretty unusual for that.
You picked good names as well.
Henry
Well,
was the name
Henry
of one
came
of our
from
rats.
Germany,
Yeah.
and then Hans's mom, Tuma, came from Switzerland. They actually arrived on the same day here. And so then Hans had to get a European-ish.
So it had to get. Not the evil one, well, the one that turns out to be
No,
evil and then
it's not
everybody
evil.
hates him. Okay.
He's pretty awesome. We all love him. Then there are other loads of hippos right here. We have one male in here. His name is Nacho.
Nacho.
That's his nickname. His full name is Ignacio, but Nacho is
Oh, okay.
That makes
like
sense.
Tuma, who is Hans's mom, Panchito, Mezcal, Tequila, Geraldine, and Viviana. They cannot actually. So you can kind of see the bars back there. They can see each other. They can like, poke their heads up and see each other, but they can't cross. And that's because the only way to make sure you don't have any hippo babies.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We tried that whole birth control thing. It does not work. We had a surprise baby. So.
We mentioned wild African earlier.
Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah.
As I was saying, it was like I want to do it so bad, but I just
We can take your cane.
you can take it on there
We'll attach it to you.
because we saw it and we were like, oh, we don't know whether or not I can actually physically do it.
I was gonna say the toughest part. Honestly, the bridges are not hard at all. It's a very sturdy bridge.
Yeah.
It's still nothing but wood. It's very uneven. My dad came on and he has a disease where it's very difficult for him to walk as well. He can't walk. He's in a wheelchair almost all of the time. But for this, like he held onto my arm and I took him through the woods. And,
Okay, well, something to think about,
We're
right?
trying to help you out with.
yeah.
I know, I just hate it. Do you know what I mean? Because when you're trying to give a tour,
Understand.
yeah, but when you're trying to give a tour to like, do you know what I mean, 10
But
other
we
people as
also
well.
have 2 guides.
Okay.
So you have one guy who's in the front usually talking, and then you have a second guy in the back who can help with anything.
I just don't want to be that guy. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, we never have a that guy.
Hang on. You haven't done the tour with us, okay? Let's just get this straight.
Just by acknowledging that you don't want to be that guy, means you won't be that guy. So
The people who don't realize there is a that guy.
they're that
Yeah,
guy.
we know about that. We work in hospitality. We know about that guy. Yeah. I want to speak to the manager haircuts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we
Yep.
know all about that.
Alright, so we're back on our savannah. So this whole safari as part of the Gorilla Falls Trail is 110 acres. To kind of wrap your mind around that, Magic Kingdom right now is 107 acres. So,
Wow.
yeah. And I'm sure we've walked that hundreds of times. Just think about walking down on the savannah. So I don't see too much down here. So that's a good thing because it means it's all up there. We're not like Jurassic Park. We don't have like little microchips in them and have a giant map where everybody is.
Yeah, that didn't work very well in Jurassic Park, I
Yeah.
remember.
We figured that's not a park we should model ourselves. They actually use real zoos. They use zoos in Hawaii and then San Diego Zoo to model all the stuff off of.
The thing is, this will always go down in history as like when I turned that corner for the very first time, like however many
trips
years
ago.
ago. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's out of this world.
Yep. It is.
Like you
Quite
just
good.
can't kind of comprehend. Like seeing all that, it's just like Joe Road is amazing.
Yes. And
Joe
actually
Road
this part
is-
is going to be new probably to you guys as well.
Yes, we saw this the other day, but I think Irma kind of killed it a little bit.
Let's see, they're over in the corner right there under that little sapling of a tree and under the acacia bush. There's some painted dogs.
They're blending in very well.
Yeah, aren't they?
They're calico colored. So those are painted dogs or painted wolves. They have like 6 limbs. We have 6 brothers, and that's how they would be on the wild when they leave mom and dad's pack. They all the brothers stay together and they go off. All the sisters stay together and they go off. So, but these guys are still puppies. They're only about 2.5 years old.
So how do you mimic that here then? So
We kept all the brothers together.
okay.
They came from Cincinnati,
Right.
and their sisters, I believe, are still there. So, and then they have a whole nother set of siblings that are younger than them.
So like when obviously if you like with the cheers and all that kind of stuff here, so how would you kind of? So obviously they run so many miles a day. How would you get them to kind of?
So why
Do that,
do
do you
they?
know what I mean?
Why are they migrating and why are they running? You know why? There's
Well,
3
food, I
reasons.
imagine.
Well, food, yeah.
Food and water,
And a mate.
mate. Yeah, so food, water, mate. And you can provide those.
If you can provide
3,
them, they don't need to. Oh right, okay.
It's
Right.
like we can all run or cook dinner or things like that.
Yeah.
But you would probably prefer not to.
If someone brought you food, you wouldn't go to the kitchen.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. We're essentially just providing everything for them so they don't have to do it. They don't feel the need to migrate.
Okay.
So, like
So I just didn't know if
wildebeest.
that was like some sort of like if they naturally just wanted to kind of head off and do that kind of thing, or no. But if you provide it,
Yep.
you know, it just it.
Yeah. It's a hard concept to really think about and like wrap your head around.
I know it's because you get told like, do you know what I mean? They need to go off and do this, but I suppose yeah.
Well, like one of our
I
number
wouldn't
one
leave the
questions is
sofa
with the cheetahs. What can they run? Do they run? All that kind of stuff. If a little squirrel or bunny rabbit got into the area, they could run after it, and we have seen them do that before.
Okay.
But they don't always feel the need to do so just
Okay.
because. Plus, they're cats.
Yeah.
Cats don't like doing anything.
Yeah.
Did I hear the other day that the only cat that purrs? Well, the only big cat that purrs.
They are. So they're that weird thing in the big cat family that they purr, but they don't roar. And technically, a big cat has to roar and not purr.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but they're also one of the smaller big cats in general. They only get to 100, maybe 150 pounds if it's a very, very large male.
Okay.
Maybe. So they usually are
I wish I was
top out around
150
100.
pounds.
Yeah.
That doesn't everyone.
Yeah. Perfect. We found the giraffes. They're
Yay.
right next to where we're stopping. Like literally right next to it. This is also another part where you'll make these other trucks jealous. If you want me to stop next to the animal and they're not.
So you do this bit first here, and then you kind of go off and
Go
you
up
sit
there.
into the. Oh, hello.
Got some babies right here. Got all 3 babies right here. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, run.
Names, go.
You guys can stand up if you like. All right, let's see, babies. Oh wow,
They're in order.
lined up by age.
Look at
So
that.
the closest one to us is Seymour, and then you have Maximus, and the one hiding behind the adult female. That's why am I blanking on his name? Wyatt. Yeah.
Nice.
So happy to be on vacation doing all those things. Then the mom, that's either going to be Kenya or Willow. Straight back, you have Stephanie, and then the other Kenya or Willow, and then Mara.
Wow.
Is there only one male?
There is. His name is George. It looks like he is in the back right now because he doesn't know how to share. And the boys.
Okay.
The babies are.
Oh yeah, the babies are all boys. But there's a big antelope out here somewhere. He's probably sleeping right now. His name is Ben. He weighs the same as one of our female giraffes. He's about 6 feet at the shoulders, and him and George don't really get along, so they alternate days. So George will be out one day, Ben will be out the next.
Okay.
So today's a Ben day. So George will be back. He has one of the other females working with him. So she's busy.
I feel like we're being judged.
This is my good side. That's my kid behind me. Don't worry.
Is that what she's doing? Is she actually standing in front of? She's actually posing.
Yeah, she's so they're watching everything, figuring things out. They know the other two are in the back. So giraffes are weird with herds. They have loose herds. So they kind of know who belongs with them, but also they don't really care if that giraffe is with them.
Oh, really?
There's a case where they were watching a watering hole and they had these 2 herds of giraffe come in. And then they had 2 herds of giraffe leave. But they were completely different individuals in the herds. Yeah, they just were like, you look cool, I won't hang out with you today. Typically males will set up a territory and the females move the herds. So, yeah.
That's incredible.
And the babies are all getting to the age now. Seymour's going to be a year and a month and a half. 2 months, almost down there. So they're about getting ready to go find their next zoo to go to.
It's so weird that they don't keep with each other.
We keep the girls, but males, they would start getting to the age and start fighting with dad.
Oh,
things like
really?
that. Potentially start breeding with siblings and whatnot. So part of being a responsible breeder, we work with the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, is knowing where they have a home to go to. So we know there is one. We haven't been told where it is or where they're going yet,
But they're sorting all that out and okay.
they have 9 siblings. Mara is one of them. The others, there's a couple over at the lodge, but the others have gone to other zoos all over the West. So some are in New Jersey, some are in San Diego. It's easier to move around when they're that tall. 18 feet tall.
It's true.
She's sleeping now. She was sleeping.
Oh, they sleep standing up?
They sleep standing up and with their eyes open.
Wow.
That's weird.
If it looks like they're staring off into nothingness, they're not chewing or anything, they're sleeping. So she's
Like just there.
probably going in and out of sleep right now.
So how do they stay up?
Do
They just naturally just stay rigid.
can they lock their knees?
Just like horses and all that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, wow.
I mean, ours do lay down. We see them lay down all the time. Here, it's a sign of comfort. It means they know they're safe, they're comfortable, so it's a good thing. Out in the true wild where there's predators, that means something is wrong with that giraffe.
Okay.
They're sick or something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. But ours will definitely lay down. We see it all the time.
It's just because obviously the necks, how much do they weigh the necks? Like,
Ooh, just the neck would be a lot.
yeah, that because keeping that up, surely that
so
must
they
be.
have 7 vertebrae just like us. Any
Yeah.
mammal has 7 neck vertebrae. Theirs are just this long. And their heads are huge. There's a picture of one of
big's
the
the brain?
keepers with one of the males coming down, like checking out what's in his truck, and it was like his head was like.
That's
They're huge animals, and we just get warped perceptions of them. So it's a little horse.
You usually see them from.
I was going to say, just because obviously, like the closest we've ever, obviously, is
Yeah.
that's the distance we've ever been. We've had one where one's been like at the tree or something like that, but never like.
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance. If I ever stood next to that one there, I'd probably.
You get to its thigh.
Yeah, I would. Literally, I wouldn't even be up to its body. That's just crazy.
You just don't get the concept of scale until you're actually stopped and.
Yes, we're talking about you.
Yeah. Hello.
They're born at 6 feet tall.
And how big's the brain?
Not that big.
I was going to say, it's not huge.
Yeah.
They're as smart as they need to be.
They can reach. Wow.
I just say they're sleep deprived all the time. It seems to work out well for them. I mean, you don't really have to be too smart to find a tree.
No.
So. And they are ruminants, so they have the multi-chamber stomachs, which is why they're also chewing their cud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all day they're eating and chewing their cuds, sleep a little bit here and there, eating and chewing their cud. Then we move their food around, so each day is in a different spot at different times.
Okay.
It promotes them foraging and all that.
Oh, so you move them.
So this is
How
right
would you
next to their
move
barn. Their barn is right back here, so this is one of
Okay.
their places to just hang out.
Okay.
But they can be fed over, there's a clump of islands behind this bush, they can be fed over there, over in those trees, down where we were, like there's different spots where we can feed them from. And like one morning it could be over here, the next morning it's over there, so when they come out.
So it kind of gives them that sense that they're moving and
Yes.
Probably a tough question. How do you herd them back into the house?
Great question.
You actually have to stand behind them and just go, shush, go on, move.
Yeah.
Just like that.
This is close enough, right?
We have sound cues. So we might ring a bell, or for the giraffe it's a whistle that we'll blow, and we blow that, and they know when I hear that whistle, I go into my barn and I'm going to get some snacks.
So they get
So
like
it's
a
kind of
green and
conditional
yummy
training
stuff.
So it's the same. To be honest,
We have pet
we keep
rats.
rats at home.
Yeah?
And a tongue pop. I mean, it's good, right? And they'll literally go come and get the treat.
That's awesome.
Or they'll go
It's
into your pocket.
pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So does that mean
Okay.
every animal has a different noise? So
Every
if it's
animal-
like the bell, the elephants go, oh, food, and if it's a...
How long does it take from birth to train them to do that? 'Cause-
That's incredible.
Depends on the animal. For some it's really, really easy
Yeah.
because they're just going to follow mom. So they know that
So they're learning from their elders.
Yes.
They're kind of like what rats do.
Yeah.
They teach each other,
They
yeah.
teach each
Yeah.
other, yeah.
if we had, say we had a whole brand new herd of giraffe that just
Okay,
came
yeah,
in, it could take a while to get them trained to that. Really though, they're gonna go wherever they know they get food. So if they know, yesterday I heard this noise and I got food, I heard the noise, I'm gonna go see if there's food.
Yeah,
So it is
absolutely.
a pretty quick process
And if,
for most of our
if we're starting
animals.
with a brand new animal, it's really while they eat, we hit the noise. And then when they're close,
okay, yeah,
then we do
yeah.
it. So we don't start off like when they're all the way out here and hit the noise.
Yeah, do them.
We're already associating food with that noise.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Well, actually, that's a really good way of treating, because we're getting some new ones when we get home.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
yeah,
So when they're eating,
that's when you
We'll
start,
start doing the noise.
Yeah.
If a giraffe can learn how to do that, a
Well,
rat can
every
do that
day
too.
is a new day for giraffes, so we won't say they're perfect.
No, but,
But-
if it... Wowee.
And these girls, so the 4 adult females that we have, see he's laying down right there.
There we are. Hello.
When they came in, we had kept 2 of our older females, one of whom had been here since she was 6 months old. So they learned from her. even.
Yes, absolutely.
And then when they were all pregnant with their first calves, a lot of times first time pregnancies are very nerve-wracking for animals because they might not always take the babies. So we actually had the girls come in and watch this other female give birth who was already experienced with it and everything.
Okay.
And it was kind of like us going, hey, this is
is
going
what
to
you
happen
do.
to you. Now, whether or not it actually helped, who knows, but we had all 4 take their babies from that. So they ended up being successful. So who knows if it's because they watch this other female have a baby.
Yeah, but you know what though? Even if
Yeah.
you don't want to risk not doing it
Exactly.
now, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
because if
It
Now
worked
they're
once.
experienced
It
and
coulda
they're
helped.
good and they know all this stuff and they're like, I got this. So, and now it's like, oh kid, you're old enough, go away. They're getting to the weaning stage now. They already have been weaned, the babies don't really nurse anymore, but
that's crazy because obviously, because when we come on all this and go to use it, you always see them packed together, so you just assume that they are kind of like pack animals, but it's crazy that they're not really.
Stephanie's first calf, because she was in the barn for almost 6 months before she got to come back out with the baby. Because not only that, but with a lot of hoof stock, they do a behavior called tucking, where they like leave the baby in one spot and then go and
Okay.
do stuff. And you can't have that because if you're calling mom back in, she might leave baby out on the savannah. So we always wait about 3 months for all of our hoof stock.
Okay.
But when she finally came out, she was like, peace kid, I'm gone, bye-bye. Left him over here, she took off, and we were like, okay. She's like, she got some food, then she came back and she's like, come on, let's go. But it was definitely, you figure it out. And she's always somewhat far away from her kid, but she always has an eye on it.
I was going to say they won't go so far that they're not there to
Yeah,
kind of...
and they're so tall that they can see so much more than what we can.
Okay, yeah.
So what seems like a far distance to us might not really be
And they have good
far.
peripheral, don't they?
Yeah. Eyes on the side like to hide,
Yeah.
eyes on the front like to hunt. So
Yeah.
front depth perception, the side the peripheral.
Now, giraffes only sleep for about 30 minutes a day. The rest of their time they spend eating.
How about this? We'll go and head on up to find some other big.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, that was, yeah.
I'm just going to stop this.
Oh, so this is the night one, okay.
But
We get to use it
we
during the
own
day.
it during the day. So sometimes the giraffe hang out over here, so we get to stop up next to
Okay.
them. And
So basically anywhere where there's tall trees is where you can feed.
but you see that metal thing hanging up?
Oh yeah, we've seen them going up with that.
That's one of the feeders. So they do that. They have little buckets for grain. This stump tree right here, this actually has a grain holder, and they can remotely drop the grain. So yeah, we were trying to train the giraffe to like a blue jay call. It didn't work well only because we actually have blue jays here.
Oh no way.
This would be good, Mike.
Is that a feeder?
It's a water, yeah.
Ah.
Thank you. If you guys want to stand up,
I mean,
we have
I'm really thinking all these big Bilbao trees are fake, right?
they're not fake. They're there. They're standing right there. They're concrete.
I see. I was.
We don't use the F word.
Sorry. I mean,
they are Imagineers.
Disney real, although I do like Imagineering.
I'll talk about it. So
Like
tell me
Joe
more about-
Rogan.
Right, the band. I'm trying to see if our little one tries to go around somewhere. So we have Rafiki in the middle. She's our matriarch. She's our baby. There's the boss. We have Vosh and her son all the way up to the side. We're just seeing past the palm
Of course,
trees.
that's the only
Some more
happen after
kids
the
right
mothers went through about a 22-month-long pregnancy. Then they also have some tests that are made out of
Our little one is around the corner. Have you seen our little one yet?
Little Red.
I know where she is. So we have a
We
little
don't talk
baby
of Little
who's,
Red.
Once those DPs get up, the shade down to the point where they crack and break
She's back
off,
in our cast
leaving
services
room for
building.
the
Oh really?
Oh, don't worry. If they had trashed her, there were multiple teams talking about going to I know Safaris was. We were. Like, I'm gonna go explore over here. So that's Stella. She's a little bundle drink.
How old? Oh, okay.
Oh my God, is that all?
9 and a half.
That's what they're going to use to grab the food to eat as well as get the
She's
water
born
to drink.
December.
There are more muscles in the trunk of an elephant than your own body.
The baby.
Usually there's around 100,000 muscles.
She's usually with her sister, so this is kind of fun seeing her by herself.
So what age should they normally go off?
Females will stay with their herd their whole life.
The whole life, so you've got to keep her here.
She'll
Okay.
stay here with her family. Males will go off around their early teens, essentially the
Okay.
puberty human.
Oh, so when you've got a baby elephant, you've got them for quite some time. Oh,
This is again where responsible breeding comes in.
yeah. Wow.
We're not breeding elephants, just a breeding elephants.
Oh yeah, of course. I know, but obviously, if any like with you, like rhino accidents happen, then that means you've got an extra mouth to feed for a good few years. That's crazy.
So pretty good at keeping accidents from happening with the elephants, though, because the male elephants don't have a herd. So at this point in time,
Oh,
the only
right, okay.
male- yeah, the only male in the herd is a 6-year-old boy. They can't do anything.
Right. Okay.
So even in the wild, they'll just go off on their own
Yep.
little male elephants. Okay.
Also, they'll only come and find a mate when they want to come and find a
When
mate.
she's
I
ready.
was gonna say other way around.
Oh,
She does the whole, I'll call
okay.
you, don't call me thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ladies
on
are
her.
very much
Sisters
in
are doing it
charge.
for themselves.
Good on
as
her.
they used to say.
Good on her.
There's the whole family group coming around where Stella is now. So Rafiki's in the back. Luna, who's our 7-year-old, is right next to Rafiki. And of that trio, the closest one is Donna, and that's the mom of all 3 of the daughters actually right there. So. And it's funny like watching parenting styles because they're all different. And right now, Nadira, the oldest sister here, she's starting to come up into that age where she would be ready. And so
Okay.
she's starting to become nurturing and she helps take on her little sister. Like Donna really is like, hey, go see your sister's bite. Go. So,
Awesome.
It's cute. Elephants make very good big sisters.
they do. Most of the time. Nadira was not a very good big sister. She was young enough at that point that she's like, don't come near me, don't touch me. You're going to ruin my coolness.
But they're quite lovable animals, though, aren't they?
They're emotional, yes.
Yeah. They
And they're very tactile.
they
They like to
grieve the
touch.
same way we do. Is it elephants that grieve in a way? Or?
They grieve. They do, yeah.
Yeah, they do grieve.
They've seen them come across like elephant skulls and like touch them respectfully, things like that. Have you heard of elephant grave?
Yes.
They're real. But what it is elephants go through 6 sets of teeth. And after that 6th set, no more teeth.
No way.
So that's really when typically the matriarch is going to be grandma or someone. She kind of like says her goodbyes and lets them keep going with their life. And she goes off to these marshy areas to find soft food. And that just happens to be where the end of their life is and they pass away. So they are real, but it's not like that's where they're like, I'm going to die, I have to go here. It's more of, this is soft food.
They're kind of like, they go to where they can eat easily, they can drink easily, okay.
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida.
Yes. They get a condo in their celebration.
Which is exactly what all these people in the US do.
You don't have to go out and warm up the pipes from the snowstorm.
Oh gosh.
The villages.
Tell
They
my
go to the
parents
villages. God, the villages were just on something. Someone was making a joke about the villages, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. So.
that. My parents already have plans to move here in a year or two.
Oh no way!
Time to go back home.
Oh,
It's because your parents are from the land of the cold.
they are. I'm from Minnesota originally. And
Oh god, you know what? I'd love to visit Minnesota just for one day, right now. Like right this second, just get out there into the cold, then
Well,
you're like,
okay.
right, I'm ready. I'm
right now, right
refreshed.
this second, it's like in the 90s. We have real summers in Minnesota.
And then these freezing cold winters.
They have
Yes.
more extremes.
Hang on, but you're quite. That's quite
Quite far
up.
north. But so 90s is, we're in a heat stroke right now in Minnesota. Normally fall weather is like 60s, but like you're not gonna get like your 30s just yet.
I just want it to be 3 degrees like it is back
Minnesota,
home
one of
right
those big flat ones in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone about Alaska because I'm going to Alaska next year, and they're like, you know, it could get 80 when you're there, and I'm like, don't tell me this because I want it to be cold. I'm trying to escape the hot weather, not. Donna might bring the little one with her. Yeah, she's following. She always looks so tired.
So where's...
So it was a 23-month pregnancy. And she was born at 313 pounds. The average is usually about 250 to 300.
Have extra muscle then to support that kind of weight, or extra bone to support that weight, or
One of the cool things they have to help support their weight, I guess one of the cool things they do, they kind of walk on high heels almost.
okay.
A big pat of fat, and we think that that has something to do with how they transmit sounds. So they have a very low frequency sound.
Okay.
You can't hear it, but it can travel.
Come back.
But we will see them resting. They'll like pick one foot up at a time and just like let it hang. to
Oh
rest
really?
their
So that's
leg.
where
They
all
do the
the
cross
so
foot,
the extra
like-
weight from the pregnancy then will all be going onto that. Oh right, okay.
They're also just big animals. Actually, humans are the biggest ratio-wise for babies.
Now in Kenya, farmers have a lot of trouble with elephants getting into their
I
house.
suppose when you
you're
just hear that you've got 1
6,000
ton
pounds, it's a
coming out of here.
Researchers discovered that elephants are actually afraid of bees. So the
Suppose
farmers
it's just
would
'cause, yeah, you do
Say
hear.
she just ran straight through.
the elephants
Oh.
approach, you would realize, oh no,
So where's
they're-
their
they would
so where's their house? The
So they have 3 yards kind of out here. So this whole long one is the family yard. If you do the normal safari, you see the male right at the front.
Yes.
That's his bachelor pad. There's a second one beyond that baobab tree all the way out there.
Okay.
Or a third one, I should say.
Right.
So, and then they have bigger yards in their barn as well. So we have 2 bull elephants right now. One will be out on the bull yard, one will be somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
So-
Just kind of like just hanging around elsewhere.
And if they're in the back, they get toys. So last time we were back there, he had like this big, like giant, like water cooler type thing, and he was just throwing that thing around like it was nothing. He was
No.
having so much fun,
excellent.
making noise, throwing things, and they do things with boys too.
Wow.
Wow, we.
Talk about finding out how long something can be used for. Just give it to our team. We go through things like 6 months.
Oh really?
Pelican
Trauma
cases, that lifetime warranty on Pelican cases does not apply to our team anymore. They just send us new locks. So like, here's how you fix something. Just do it yourself.
still Disneyland Paris?
Used to be.
Yeah,
Nobody
Paris
knows.
was one.
That's cool.
Studios was originally.
Oh, that's all messed up now. Okay, yeah.
Now
All
our
of Hollywood
biggest
Studios is
one
messed up.
is the solar panel farm that we put in.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Oh.
The one Dave kept talking about.
Yeah, so when you like go by Epcot, you'll see the solar panels. One
Okay.
of the main yards is a huge sheet of media.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because yeah, oh, plot.
There's a little push. Rhinos! Sleepy rhinos.
Don't blame them. It's so warm.
They got the shade, they got the mud wallow right there. But they're touching still. They have to be touching somehow. Luckily they scratch a lot of it off too. Which if you look at the trees, they're all red.
Oh yeah, so yeah, just
So this is
Scratchy
Helen,
bones.
Jow, and Laura.
hello.
Yes.
We have a male walking around here somewhere probably, but Helen and Jow don't really like it.
Oh.
You know, like this is he knows his boundaries.
Oh.
They've taught him well. Slowly, I'm not sure if that Then we have cheetahs somewhere.
One over there, laying down facing away from us.
You have better eyes than us. Well, I suppose you do this every
I was gonna say,
every hour of every day.
So here's what we're gonna look for. Yeah. Can we see this tree that's in front of us? The vertical, lightly colored tree that's pretty close to us? Okay, just behind it on the right, there's a small, you might need your binoculars for this.
Okay.
A small cheetah laying down facing away from us.
Okay. Sorry, camera people. Bye. Anyway,
How long they?
there is cheetahs over there, but this wide angle, not going to happen. But trust me,
It's just literally they have
They're
to
over there.
stop and then go for it.
this is for me, not you.
Typically they're homeschoolers. They're completely unrelated sisters. We can take a skin graft from one girl and give it to the other set of sisters and they'll accept it. That's how closely related all cheetah genetics are. So now you'll see like the ones with like stripes instead of spots. You'll see them with kinks in their tails. And it's all just from essentially inbreeding.
Is that going to happen with a lot of animals now, though? Because obviously it's gotten to quite a few where it's become extinct for
Yeah. Well,
a hell of a lot of animals.
There's
so
different levels of extinction. There's when you drop under, I think it's 500 individuals or 1,000, you're genetically going to be having issues.
Okay.
And then if you drop under like 100, you're essentially extinct.
That's
There's no
it.
way
There's
to
no way
come
you can get
back
back
as a
off that.
healthy population. So that's like with the the northern white rhinos. They only have 3 left.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
And so they are fundamentally extinct. There's no way for them to come back.
Well, I can't even imagine how you would even breed that.
Yeah, well, they're all too
Do you know what I mean?
old. That's their biggest issue, is that all 3 are too old. So
that's it. That's
what's really cool is they're trying in San Diego is they have eggs and sperm samples from these rhinos, and they're going to try and implant them into southern white rhinos.
okay to see if that'll.
To see if they
But
can
then still that'll mess up the
They're
genetics a
still going
little
to
bit, though, isn't it? That's not going
It's
to
not
be
going to be like a full
full-grown white.
10,000.
Yeah.
So right now we got to work on our girls who apparently moved. The southern white rhinos. If we focus on them, they still got about 30,000 members out in the wild.
Okay, so that's they're not healthy, but they're
They're right now endangered,
yeah.
but they still have the ability to come back if we're able to.
So
shape up.
it would kind of go endangered, and then extinct, and then.
So yeah,
Bye.
threatened, endangered, and then extinct,
Okay.
and you're done after that. So the hardest one thing I've ever heard was the Tasmanian Tasmanian tiger. In Australia, they actually decided they didn't want them, so the government started a whole campaign against them, and that's what wiped them out. And so, yeah.
How can anyone who are we to do
Right?
to say that, right?
They're really
Who are we
cool,
to?
weird-looking animal.
Yeah.
The last one was in a zoo that they know of and everything. So I'm into all the cryptozoology shows, and I think there's still like a population left. And so I'm like, oh, I hope so. But, yeah.
There won't be enough of them though.
It's
Yeah.
like, I can't stand spiders and bugs, but I'm not going to.
But we know that they're necessary.
Mosquitoes, though. Still not sure about mosquitoes and yellow flies. Those are the two bugs I'm perfectly fine with killing. No matter
That's
where
on
I go,
record.
no matter where I go, I always get bit by both of those. So, yeah. We'll head up. We'll see if we can't find anything else.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
We're out there, Mike. I will say it's probably too hot for the lions. When it gets to, the heat index gets to about 90 to 95 degrees, they get access to their barn.
Okay, so they'll go off and.
And they're not stupid.
Is
They
their
know where the
fur's-
air conditioning
Their
is.
fur's thicker, isn't it, or something? Is that right?
The male has the thicker hair, for sure. He has the mane.
Yes.
But they're also, I mean, the male's like 500 pounds, the girls are like 300. They're just big animals.
Okay.
And they just want to sleep in the shade all day, so yeah, they're in the back right now. But that night safari, did you get to see them? We'll keep going, Mike. Did you guys get to see them when you came on the night safari?
We did. Yeah.
We did, yes. Well, the female was sat right there. It was
Yeah.
like perfection.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was sat where we've always seen him.
Yeah.
So we've never, just right under that the tree on the left.
Yep.
Every time we see him, he's always there.
Yep. There's a
But
rock right there.
she was sat right there.
Yep.
On that rock, and it was him in the background, her in the foreground, just like, yep, perfect. And then,
We've got some more friends.
This is a water buck, and then we have some zebras back there. We'll see the water buck again. I saw another one closer up. Yeah, the night safari, like, the first part of the night safari, I'm like, take it as a game. See what you can find. Because they are walking in shadows. It's hard to see. You can't really take any flash photos or anything.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's a game. See what you can find. But then you get to the lion area, and it's just so gorgeous.
well, what we found was, I think because it was such a hot day when we did it, and we came just as the sun was setting, it was like that perfect time for them to go, do you know what I mean? It's actually cooled down a bit, and there were so many animals everywhere, just kind of like spread out.
Yep.
Right around sunset is my favorite time to come on safari.
Like we've always done it in the morning, but now kind of like everything's shifted here with Pandora.
Yes.
It's like, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
2 warthogs.
This is number 12 and 4.
And Brody.
No, it's a wildebeest.
Oh, that's wildebeestes.
Oh, they've got some nice mud to play in. Oh, yeah.
There
You get in there.
It's such a good day. Charo's daughter's actually in the back of there, her grandkids, his kids. She's like, this is my mud.
I was going to say, get your own.
And then here's the 3 water bucks. We like them. Their noses make little heart shapes. And then their backside, they look like they sit on a wet toilet seat because there's a white mark here. And the zebra, these are common. Zebra. What you guys would say zebra.
Thank you.
Ostrich eggs.
Ostrich eggs.
Oh,
Disney real.
okay.
They've been there for 19 years.
But I feel like you guys would be interested in knowing this. All of our ostriches are named after Muppets.
Excellent.
Oh,
So we
really?
do have a Fozzie,
Yay!
which is pretty fun.
We don't have a seated yet.
Oh,
Sorry.
There's Kermit, Beaker, Honeydew, Fozzie, and Rizzo.
If the option to name one does come up, please try and get Swedish Chef.
There you go.
We just need some more ostrich, that's all.
We just don't have any boy ostrich, so the option of naming one isn't
oh,
going
it's
to come
actually
up
very,
anytime.
very slim.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It would be
Oh, technically Fozzie and Rizzo are all boy names.
great boy names, but we aren't going to be able to name more because
We have to get more in
more.
Yeah. So. This was the part with Little Red.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's an animal area. We keep switching out animals in here. So right now I think it's just our
Well, this just got the
yellow-nosed.
expansion, didn't it? A few years back.
Yeah.
It was just expanded, wasn't it?
Yep. So we've tried zebras in here. They didn't really like it.
Oh, really?
Tried addicts in here. They're troublemakers. We got rid of them. So it's a constantly rotating. But these guys are a constant. We have some yellow-billed storks right there. What's really crazy is what we think of as the knee is really their ankle on birds. So that's why they bend it backwards. Because if you think about it, we're not actually, we bend our ankle that same direction.
Yeah.
Their knee is higher up near the joint. So
Oh, that's just
Also,
weird.
their names are Carl and Ellie. you know what Disney movie. So cute.
I'm sad.
We have fun naming things when we can. So it's not always, but when we can, we can. We had one rhino born about 4 or 5 years ago on May 4th.
Oh, okay,
Star Wars
so
Day, right?
yeah,
So you should name him something Star Wars. Well,
job.
the way that the breeding contract worked for him was that if it was a male, the male zoo owned him, and which was Indianapolis.
Okay.
So they named him Shatabe, which is a reserve in Africa that their donors go to. So
What a shame.
we're like, come on, it's May 4th. Like you're like,
And he was
we
born
have
in
to name
Disney,
him.
right?
Exactly. No, it was Shatabe. So he's up, I think, at White Oak now, which is a ranch we work with that works with breeding endangered animals. So it's pretty cool. A lot of ranches and zoos that are breeding all these animals, we're seen as like an ark now. Just in case something happens in the wild,
Yeah.
we have a population. So that happened with the scimitar horned oryx. We don't have any right now, but we were just a holding facility for them anyways.
Okay.
But they were completely extinct in the wild. Last one was shot in 1989. And then the Sahara Conservation Fund set up a national park in the country of Chad, and they started releasing some back in last year, almost a year ago.
Okay.
And so they do have a small population now. I don't think they're officially declared reintroduced. I mean, they're still just
They're
a year
still being
old.
watched. You know
They're
what I
being
mean? They're
watched.
still being watched.
They've had some babies out in the wild. They
Wow.
weren't breeding in the wild yet, but they were giving birth in the wild, which is still a big deal.
I suppose that's always the worry, that when obviously they've been kind of in here for so long,
do they know how?
do they know how to actually survive when
So
it's
they
not
go
been
through
brought to them?
steps.
Yeah.
Like this has not been a, hey, let's just get some animals and throw them back out in the wild. It was, we're going to start training them here. We're going to go to a holding facility, get used to the area, get used to what they're going to do, and then we'll keep helping them until we don't have to help them anymore.
So like most of the animals that have come here, the what you've got right now, have they been bred or have they actually come as
They've been bred.
they've been bred here?
From
yeah.
the zoos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the U.S. has a lot of moratoriums on collecting from the wild. If they are, they're rescues or something else is going on. So there are cases of elephants still coming out from the wild. Typically they're coming from countries that have too many elephants.
Okay.
And so they would have to cull the herds. So that's either you shoot the elephants
Oh, we
or you
send them
find
elsewhere.
homes
Yeah,
for them.
okay.
So we don't have any of those. Jacksonville, Memphis, or Nashville got some. San Diego has some. So
Okay.
yeah, ours have all been bred in captivity.
Because I know that there's starting to be a lot of, well, the government's starting to monitor it a bit more closely now, haven't they?
Yep.
So obviously everything, well, it was all blackfish and all that kind of stuff that happened, and yeah. Oh,
But even with those, like SeaWorld hasn't collected a whale or dolphin for over 20 years.
well, I know that they got
breeding.
annoyed, didn't they? Because the last, oh yeah, sorry.